On today's show,
we debate this season's most valuable player, not named Steph Curry.
In Crossfire, we hand out other awards Steph can't win. Best rookie, best coach, and most improved.
And we've got a bone to pick with this whole Warriors winning streak.
It's Wednesday, December 9th. The starter starts now.
Good evening, Sweet World, and welcome to The Starters. Whether you're listening to the podcast or catching us on NBA TV and or YouTube a little bit later, we're happy to have you. I'm J.E. Skeets, and alongside me, as always, Tass Millis.
It's 7 o'clock on the dot in some time zones.
To his right, the international man of mystery, taking it to the max, Lee Ellis.
Friend.
Lily.
Lily. And last, certainly not least, Starters blog editor, the bearded one, Trey Kirby.
Hey-o!
TK, what's happening on the internet today?
Well, I'm here at the internet looking for your best tweets at hashtag the starters, but first and foremost, Skeets.
Yep.
You didn't tell us you got to meet the Weeknd last night.
Abel, what's up, man?
Wow, pretty lucky guy. A couple of Toronto legends right there. J.E. Skeets and the Weeknd. Can't wait to hear your guys' collaborative single. Clearly, that's Steve Nash. Thanks to Rob Mahoney for pointing it out. If you're following along at home and you see somebody that looks like us, tweet at us. Use hashtag the starters and we'll have a laugh.
I was legit sort of freaked out when
I
I
know,
even
Trey-
saw
He
that.
looks a lot like you
Trey
nowadays.
says clearly that's Steve Nash. No, that's not.
I know, it's funny you bring up the picture of me looking like Nash. I wanted to address something, Trey, that we saw on your social media feeds last night. Trey
Social
Kirby-
media beefs.
Trey Kirby went and saw Creed last night, and he was pumped. Apparently, Creed is awesome.
Hey man, you see a movie that good, you gotta get your punches in out there.
How fast you are for a big guy, though. Yeah, it's good. So it's a good movie.
Oh, it's so good. Go see it. You'll get a great workout afterwards. Hopefully your parking lot is as empty as mine was.
Okay, all right. We got a fun show in case you can't tell tonight. All right, let's start with the Warriors, though. Golden State, they did it again. They crushed the Pacers in the first half. Indiana made it a little bit close in this one, but in the end, the Warriors hold on for the 131-123 victory. No, it didn't go to triple overtime. The Warriors, they essentially sort of won the game in about a 4.5-minute stretch in the first quarter. They were trailing by 6. They went on a 22-0 run, lasted for about 5 minutes, and then it was sort of over. They had 79 points at the half. Klay Thompson hit 10 threes, and the Warriors make it 23 wins to start the season.
Pacers were a little disappointed. They became
Yeah.
a little bit of one-shot wonders. You know, they were kind of out of their zone, out of their element. They started to play like the Warriors, and it's just not going to work in that first half, especially. They were trying to go toe for toe with the best offensive team. Wasn't going to work.
Not going to work. And we're going to talk about the Warriors and their winning streak a little bit later in the show. And Steph Curry, he's been phenomenal. He's taken this league by storm, which is great. But at the same time, it's sort of put a couple of the other guys in the league. They've been overlooked, I think, because of how great Steph and the Warriors have been. Which means it's time for a new segment called Not Named Steph Curry. Shout out to Tom Haberstroh for the NNSC. So it's simple. I throw some questions at you guys, everyone watching, and you give us the answer. The catch, of course, is you can't say Steph Curry, even though, because that's really the answer for all of these. For example, who is the league's MVP not named Steph Curry?
It's LeBron James. It's easier to salivate over Steph and Kawhi and news stories like Paul George. But let's remember this guy is a 4-time MVP, and we kind of just overlook and just take for granted what he can do on the floor, especially on Friday against the Pelicans. He just decided, I'm taking over. And we know, one game, one series, you're not taking Paul George over this guy. You're not taking Kawhi Leonard over this guy. You are not, because he is capable of doing whatever he wants, whenever he wants.
But that's not the question.
He's still
it's
the most
not
valuable player.
one game. Okay.
He's still the most valuable player aside from Steph Curry this season.
Do you agree?
Listen. They're the 1 seed in the East. Should they be? No, they don't have their starting backcourt. They haven't had their starting backcourt for 1 minute. Matthew Dellavedova averaging, no offense, Lee, he's averaging 28 minutes per
Any
game.
Australian, I'm going to take great
Right.
offense to.
Yeah.
Richard Jefferson is playing 23 minutes per game. No offense, Richard Jefferson, but they shouldn't be the 1 seed in the East. It's LeBron carrying that team and getting them ready for the postseason.
Do you agree with this? The MVP not named Steph Curry, is it LeBron?
No, I'm actually going with Kawhi Leonard because I think he is probably the best two-way player in the game already. We know the defense is already there. He's Defensive Player of the Year last year. And now his offensive game is just as lethal, giving you 21 points, 8 rebounds, shooting an incredible 50, 50, and 87.
No, he's been crazy.
He's putting up 4 3-pointers a game. And really, the San Antonio Spurs, we know that they have a great balance to their lineups. They always have. But I think when Kawhi's on the floor, you really notice the difference. The intensity picks up, and he's just having a fantastic season. Continues to get better and better. He's not going to get you your 30, 35 points a game because it just doesn't work like that in San Antonio. But his impact on both ends of the floor, for me, make him the most valuable player.
Look, it's tough to argue LeBron and Kawhi, but I can't believe neither of you take Paul George as the runner-up or your MVP NNSC, because his numbers, he is putting up numbers right now. And look, he had a great line. He carried his team last night at times against the Warriors in a loss, but he's putting up averages that we haven't seen over a full season, of course, from David Robinson back in '94. And then before him, guys like Barkley and Bird, and we're talking, nearly 28 points per game, 8 boards, nearly 4.5 assists. His defense is there as well. I know we've got into debates before about Kawhi or Paul George. Who do you take? I mean, LeBron's always going to be in the mix at the small forward position.
Yeah, Paul
But
George.
I go Paul George. I think if Steph Curry and the Warriors weren't doing what they were doing this season, he would be by far the biggest story in the league because of the comeback.
He would be, but I think last night kind of showed that he isn't the most valuable player. He sort of got out of his element yesterday and just tried to take
everybody out of their
No,
element.
he tried to take over on the offensive end and just tried to superstar up. Just give me the ball, get out of the way. And that kind of bodes well for Kawhi Leonard. If I'm picking between Kawhi and Paul George, I'm picking the steadier rock, the guy who doesn't try and be the superstar, and Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, but
Kawhi Leonard's got some help with him that Paul George does not have.
No,
Let's be honest.
but the 50, but the Paul George, hey, clear out, I'm going 1-on-5. That's the one little problem I think with Paul George. Obviously, he's having an MVP type season. He's going to get lots of votes, but I think that is one issue with him.
Kawhi's 5th in PR and Paul George is 6th, so that you can just tell from that just how big their impact is for their teams.
Again, these questions for everyone out there. Jump on Twitter, #TheStarters with your answer. All right, next one. I mean, Curry would have this locked up. Who is the league's best shooter, not named Steph Curry? Let's start with you, Trey. Who is the best shooter not named Steph?
To me, there's no doubt that it's Kevin Durant. Not surprising, he's got another chance at a 50, 40, 90 season. He's currently at 53% from the field, 45 from 3, and he's one missed free throw away from shooting 90%, but he's also having an historically great season. He's got the 3rd best true shooting percentage ever for someone averaging 27 points per game. The problem is that Steph Curry has the best true shooting percentage for a 27 point per game scorer. But he's got the height, too. He can always get off a shot. You know you're not going to block his shot. And Kevin Durant obviously is money. He's led the league in scoring 4 times, and he was the best scorer in the league for a long, long time until Steph Curry started making shots from 45 feet.
If you're putting a shooter in the same category as Steph Curry, in the same breath, he's got to be able to put it on the floor and get it up. And that's Kevin Durant. And that's why we'll talk about other set shooters who could be compared with Steph Curry. But why Steph is so good is because he can do it off the bounce. And KD, I don't think, doesn't get enough appreciation for being able to go left, go right, go back, go front, and get it off.
Against
at
the Kings,
any time.
he had that game-winning shot basically like that. Got the ball, went round, knocked in it.
Yesterday, I had 32 points on 14 shots. Just because.
That's good. Do you go with Durant then?
I'm
Best shooter
actually
not named
going
Steph?
with Dirk still.
Going with old man Dirk?
Yeah, old man Dirk is still producing at 37 years of age. The points aren't quite there. He's only giving you 17 a game, but he's a 50, 40, 90 guy at this stage of his career, which is incredible, leading the Mavericks in scoring. And as we've talked about in the past, the Mavericks are having a surprisingly really good season, and I think it's largely down, again, to Dirk commanding those double teams, opening up other guys. Wesley Matthews has started to find his form. And those one-legged fadeaway, fall-away rainbows are still as unstoppable and are still as beautiful as ever. So part of it for me is the aesthetics, where you just love looking at him shoot the ball.
Yeah, you almost wonder, in a way, is it almost more impressive because he doesn't have the athletic ability of a Curry over Durant, but can still put up insane numbers shooting percentage.
And like Durant, he's got that high release, so it is very, very difficult to block.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful to watch.
All right, final one here, guys. Who is the league's most entertaining player not named Steph Curry?
Russell Westbrook is the league's most entertaining. He doesn't stop. He's like the Tasmanian devil. He is always doing something. And you know how we always have a short attention span these days? He is perfect for that.
Yeah.
He is the millennials' favorite player.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about millennial Westbrook. That's who I'm talking about.
Sorry, I was looking at Trey's shoes.
He does not stop moving, doesn't stop. He's just bouncing around at every moment, whether he's on defense, whether he's on offense. We all can appreciate that. He's the perfect Vine. He's everything.
I think a lot of people would pick Westbrook as an entertaining. A guy I'll go with, though, I'll make a case for Rajon Rondo with the Kings. Because I think last year it was sort of depressing that we didn't get a great Rondo. It was a forgotten year for Rondo, for sure. But now he is making these unbelievable plays, like off the rebound, throwing it behind his back to the guy at the three-point line we saw last night. Whoop. See, like Tom Lee on Deadspin had a great point. Rondo makes plays that make you go on, hold on, what did he just do? And then you go, hold on, why did he just do that? Because he makes almost perplexing highlight plays in a way.
Yeah, he tries
There's
plays
sort of
that
no
nobody
point.
else really even sees, that nobody else would even think to make in the open court, which is pretty incredible stuff. That behind the back move is the Ricky Rubio move, but it just looks so much crazier with Rondo doing it because he whips it around so hard.
Yeah.
It's also pointier, I think. That
Yeah.
means the elbow,
Pointing
the
is
He's got the
shoulders.
limbs. He's got those crazy limbs.
Yeah.
I do like that both those guys, Westbrook and Rondo, can snap at any second
Yeah,
too.
it's true.
That does make them entertaining. Lee, quickly.
Kyle Lowry, the Raptors.
Lowry?
We saw him in person last week, put up 22 against the Hawks. They had that huge comeback. And then against the Warriors, he went mano for mano with Steph Curry, nearly knocked off the Warriors. I think sometimes that might be the key to beating the Warriors. Have one guy try to match him.
All right.
Go for 40 or 50.
Let's hear from you guys. Again, the game is simple. Not named Steph Curry. MVP, best shooter, most entertaining player. Let us know. # the starters. All right, coming up, Tess and I step into Crossfire to debate some early season awards.
Steph is going to win another one. Crossfire! Welcome to Crossfire. This is how it works. Trey will give Skeets and me 3 topics. We will debate each one, and then Trey will declare the winner. Trey, what is our first topic,
First
please?
topic, according to my close personal friend Tass Mellis, we're 25.9% of the way into this NBA season,
Correct.
which means it's time for some way too early awards talk.
Okay.
Who do you have for Rookie of the Year? Here we go.
Well, this is a two-man race between Porzingis and Towns. Their
Fair.
numbers are nearly identical across the board, at least in terms of points and rebounds, and assists and blocks and turnovers. So you sort of just have to go with the feel with this
Okay.
one. And it just feels to me like Porzingis is a little bit more deserving of the Rookie of the Year. That's it. Again, the numbers are nearly identical, but you got a lot of people talking about Kristaps. I
That's
go
what you're
Porzingis.
going with feel?
Yeah.
You know why you feel that way? It's because everybody talks about New York. New York is the center of the universe. We get it. But we're overlooking Karl Anthony Towns. He is the better player. And if you actually look at the numbers, Towns is basically better across the board. Yes, slightly,
I mean,
but they're better.
barely at all.
Field goal percentage 53 to 46, 3-point 46 to 36. But it's just a Porzingis hype train that's in your face every single day.
Over the last couple weeks, Porzingis has been better.
Doesn't
I
matter.
mean, you're right, over the month or the month and a half, whatever
Towns
it
is better. More
I
boards,
think
more
it's too
blocks,
close.
more points. He just plays in a small market.
All right. Round 2. It's not just players who get these awards, so tell me, who is your Coach of the Year so far? Here we go.
I think it's Steve Kerr. Luke Walton is now getting all of the credit. Steve Kerr, unfortunately, had to leave his team. They win 23 straight. If you can leave your team and still win 23 straight, that means you have an incredible locker room, an incredible culture that you built by yourself, and an
incredible Steph Curry?
coaching staff, an incredible coaching staff that you also created. I think Steve Kerr needs a little bit of credit for what he's done.
Well, you gave it to him. Look, there are a lot of great candidates. Pop's always going to be on the list, Carlisle, and so on. But I would like to make a case for Lakers head coach Byron Scott. That's right. Byron Scott should be Coach of the Year.
Okay.
Yes. Follow me here. He's doing a masterful job of tanking these Lakers so they can hopefully keep their top 3 protected pick. They might get the number 1 pick, then they get Ben Simmons, then they're laughing. He's not even playing his young guys in D'Angelo Russell and Julius Randle. Even when they have great games, he'll sit them in the 4th quarter. It makes no sense. But he really is going to be the Coach of the Year because they're going to get Ben Simmons. He's a genius.
Innovative arguments all
Quite
around.
well done.
Moving on to round 3. Get that ring girl back in here. It's time for Skeets' favorite award.
Oh, no.
Who's been the most improved player of this season? Here we go.
Oh, I hate this award, but I would give it to C.J. McCollum, Blazers guard, C.J. McCollum. His numbers, and this is what it usually comes down to when you get into MIP here, it's the numbers. 23 games, he's averaging nearly 20 points per game, 3.5 boards, 4 assists. This is a guy that averaged under 7 points per game last year. He's gotten an opportunity. He's taken full advantage of it. Him and Lillard are one of the best backcourts in the league, is what Bron's saying. I think this is a no-brainer. You just give it to this guy.
Come on, guys. Let's not beat around the bush. We know Stephen Curry is the
Don't.
most improved player. He is the
Don't.
most
Don't
improved player.
do this.
He's going to be the
This
first
is why
player
this award
to
is
win
stupid.
MVP. Are we watching the same games?
I mean, he's
Steph
not
Curry
most
is the most
improved.
improved. He's up 9 points per game. Forget his 3-point percentage, which is up, but his 2-point percentage, the way he gets to the rack, is gone from 53 to 61%. That is an impressive number. His restricted area numbers have gone up. This thin guy, I'm throwing up quotations even though I'm not on camera, this thin guy who we didn't think could get into the lane is destroying in the lane. He's gotten so much better at every single part of his game. He's the most improved, and he's going to win it.
Let the thin guy talk about thin guys.
Well, speaking of thin guys, Skeets is the winner. I just feel like he made the better
Yes,
argument.
it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. That's it.
feeling.
All right. We got to take a break. When we come back, lots more still to come. We're going to address this Warriors winning streak controversy. Yes, there is a controversy. We'll break it down next. Back with the starters. All right, we talked about the Warriors picking up their 23rd win of the season a little bit earlier in the show, but we need to address the elephant in the room when it comes to this Warriors winning streak and just how many wins they have. Here's what I'm talking about.
The Golden State Warriors have now won 27 straight, dating back to last season, tying the 2012-13 Heat for the second longest streak in NBA history.
Dating back to the regular season last year, the Warriors' 27th straight victory tied the 2011-2012 Heat for the second longest win streak in league history, just 6 behind the 1971-72 Lakers.
27 consecutive wins, and check it out, the 71-72 Lakers with that famous 33-game winning streak. That record is in jeopardy officially with the Warriors playing the way they're playing right now.
So you hear it there, all right? The media saying that the Warriors have won 27 straight games. Now, what they're
No,
doing,
they haven't.
just to make it clear, they're 23-0 this year. No one can argue that.
That's true.
Agree.
But we're counting, apparently, the media is the 4 games at the end of last season. So that's how you get your 27. You're 4 last year, you're 23 this year, and now we're at 27, tying them with the Heat for the second longest streak in NBA history. This is insane, right?
No, it's not right. We followed the NBA for a long, long time. Have you
Multiple seasons.
multiple seasons over consecutive seasons? Have you ever heard of a team? You follow the Chicago Bulls. We follow the Toronto Raptors. Ever thought, we've won 4 in a row, dating back to last year. We've won 8 in a row. We're on an 8-game winning streak. You've never said that. The problem with this is that the NBA recognizes 2 different streaks: wins in one single season, and consecutive wins over multiple seasons. So they actually have 2 streaks going. They have a 23-game win streak and a 27-game win streak. But it just makes no sense. What if your team is bad and let's say you're the Spurs Tim Duncan era. You end the season as the bottom of your conference, but you won 2 games. Then you get Tim Duncan and you win 20 games.
I know.
Are you on a 22-game win streak?
Here's my biggest problem with it. They played basketball games in between the 4-game winning streak and then your 23-game winning streak. Those games were the playoffs.
I remember those.
They were great. They won a title. They won 16 in the end. But, they lost 5 games.
Hey, but
This
they
is
won the last
part-
3, Skeet.
And I know we're like, we
Maybe
always...
they're on a 26-game winning
Yeah,
streak.
well, that's exactly. That's what's crazy about this. And I know we sometimes we differentiate between the playoffs and the regular season, but they played basketball and they lost. And look, I know we're having some fun with it, but we're not. The Warriors are amazing. We've talked about them nonstop, and rightfully so. But I don't like this 27-game win streak because it's wrong. They played and lost.
If they get to the Lakers 33, and I mean 33 this season,
You know what day that would be? Oh, this season.
Yeah.
Oh, that's after Christmas.
that is what I think they would celebrate. I don't think
Of
they'd
course.
celebrate 29-0 and say, well, we're at the Lakers 33, now we need to win one more. So I think the Warriors themselves want to celebrate only 23 wins consecutively.
And that's an issue. December 25th is going to be the game.
if you count last year.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. 29 plus 4. I love doing the math. And we're going to hear about it like crazy on Christmas Day, that this is their 33rd game to tie the Lakers. But really, it's coming on January 2nd, is the actual date.
Here's the thing. I don't think we're alone.
No.
In being fired up about this.
We've got a ton of people who feel the exact
we
same
have to
way
send
as we do.
a message to the league that we won't stand for this sort of fake streak in a way. Let's call it what it is. Let's protest this,
We are
guys.
protesting this.
Get your signs out. We can't. Yeah, wow, there's a lot of people with us, apparently. All right.
All right.
One streak!
One season!
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 Will they hear us?
One season!
Hashtag
One season! One season! One season. One streak. One season. Hashtag one streak.
All right.
Hashtag one streak.
Tweet your slogans
Hashtag one
and
streak.
signs in using the
Hashtag
hashtag
one streak.
one season. One season. All right. I think they got the message, guys.
Did they?
I think
Great
so.
job.
All right, we'll be right
did
back
it.
with Lily's very solid play.
job, good
Hey, is
job.
that the pickle?
Get that pickle on there!
Back with the starters, a look at last night's pick'em plays.
Oh, what a dummy.
You're crazy for that one, Tad.
Tassie backed the Pacers, living on the edge, and came up with the X there. So Tass goes to 3-3, Lee 3-3, Trey 4-2, and I'm still behind 2-4. We're playing for the pick and payoff. I lost the month of November, got a snake put on me for the entire show. It was a little uncomfortable. But yeah, we'll be doing this again, of course. Not the snake, but something else in December. If you've got ideas, let us
Have a
know.
bear in here.
Yeah, live bear.
Bear.
I like that idea. All right,
Hey.
look at this. Tonight's
Brienne of
picks.
Tarth.
We all agree on the Hornets. They're at home taking on the Heat. 7 p.m. Eastern. This one's already underway. Trey, I don't know. You got a score for me? What's going on?
Oh, sorry, man. I didn't know you were going to ask me.
That's
Let me
all
check
right.
out the internet.
We got some news with the Hornets. Today, the NBA suspended Hornets center Al Jefferson 5 games without pay for violating the terms of the anti-drug program. Jefferson is sidelined actually right now with a strained left calf, and he'll serve the suspension when he's physically able to play. Players, by the way, are suspended by the NBA for 5 games for testing positive for marijuana on their third go. So they got Al Jefferson. He's going to lose, lose, whatever you want to say, over $600,000 from his $13.5 million contract, excuse me. $600,000. 5 games
A
gone.
lot of lolly.
Should we feel bad?
Feel bad for him.
600,000. I mean, come on.
I got a
would
lot
like
of
that.
opinions on the whole thing, actually, but we'll save that for the drop on Friday. Lee,
Yes, we're going to the Grindhouse, and in this beautiful play from Kevin Durant to his old mucker, Russell Westbrook, who lays it in. That's a beauty. That's what I call a very solid play.
His what?
His mucker.
what are you talking about?
It's
You're
like
not-
a slang term in Welsh, I think, for friend. Yeah, it's his old mucker. Haven't you ever heard that?
Did you like that Westbrook didn't dunk it?
Yes.
And sort of almost just laid it
I
in?
think Westbrook knew that was a beautiful pass, and he thought, I might win the very solid play if I lay this in. He did.
Okay.
Great job, Russell.
Good stuff. Westbrook, you're the most entertaining player in the league, not named Steph Curry. All right, guys, back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't change the dial. Stick around for game time coming up after us.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, hashtag one streak, one season. Hey, hey, ho, ho. 2 season streaks have got to go.
Yeah.
One streak, one season. One streak, one season. One streak, one season.